Good morning. My name is Raheem Jackson, and today I will be giving this presentation on behalf of the Department of Education, specifically Junior Secretary John B. King and Auburn University. The topic of my discussion is intrinsic motivation, the key to academic success. Today, I will be clearly defining two roles in intrinsic motivation: the psychosocial environment of the classroom, as well as the physical environment of the classroom itself. Let us begin by examining the psychosocial effects on intrinsic motivation. The study of the psychosocial effects in the classroom began in the 1970s with psychologist Barry J. Fraser. It wasn't until 1986 that he published his work on the classroom environment. But I began to ask myself, how do you investigate such a subject? Well, in reading his work, I learned that you do this through classroom assessment instruments. Some of these instruments include the questionnaire on teacher interaction, created in 1993, the learning environment inventory, created in 1982, the science laboratory inventory, created in 1995, and the modified My Class inventory, established in 2005. So what do these instruments assess? They assess student cohesiveness, or how well students work together, classroom friction, meaning anything that distracts the student from learning, whether it be other students, a lack of a good instructor, lack of proper materials, or just a terrible classroom environment overall. It also assesses student and teacher involvement, participation, task orientation, meaning how well are students focused on what are they doing, leadership, and teacher support. The questionnaire on My Teacher Interaction and the My Class inventory were combined by Gold and Fraser in 1980 to help observe 39 Singapore primary mathematics students. I mind you that they use the controlled background, meaning that anything that is going on in the student life was not accounted for within these inventories. Correlations between classroom and instructor leadership were found to improve student achievement, meaning the students that felt as if their teacher were involved or helpful or responsive and the classroom environment itself was safe had a higher rate of achievement. So, what makes a positive psychosocial environment? Well, positive academic achievement correlates with a few of the following. Helpfulness, that means how helpful the teacher is. Are they willing to help you within and outside of the classroom? Comprehension, how well was the information given understood? Was it given in a way that students can comprehend and then adapt these skills adapt the skills that they learned to the work that they were to do? And compassion. A simple thing is compassion. Teachers who showed that they loved learning and they had a love for their job had a rate of improving achievement in students. Positive academic correlation correlates with students who felt involved, meaning that they had a role in the classroom. They just weren't students walking in at 8 a.m. and leaving at 3 p.m. They had a sense of autonomy, allowing them to be able to work on their own while also being able to ask for help when they needed to, gave the students a sense of autonomy. And they were challenged. You can't learn without challenging your students. You have to try to elevate them to the next level so that the things that they comprehended and do comprehend in the future may expand. And lastly, feeling safe. Feeling safe is one of the most important, because despite the background of the student, you have to ensure that when they enter the classroom, it is a safe space for learning and achievement. As we move away from the psychosocial aspects, I like to enter the engineering aspects that could help improve the physical classroom. In my background in engineering, I learned a little thing called Lean. Lean is a system for continuous process improvement that was developed by the Toyota Production System. There are many tools within Lean that can be used for the purpose of improving workplaces, plant floors, and the such. But I believe the 5S is what it could be used to improve the classroom environment. The 5S's include sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. To sort means to maintain organization, removing all distracting images, furniture, and miscellaneous junk that could cause a distraction to the student. By removing these things, you allow for a more cohesive work environment. For example, electric pencil sharpeners. Every time a student gets up to use an electric pencil sharpener, 1, they create distraction through movement, and 2, they create distraction through noise. Well, a simple solution could be to place hand pencil sharpeners at every desk, allowing the student to remain in their seats and also be as free of noise as possible. Or you can do a technological improvement, such as mechanical pencils, which require no sharpening and remove distractions the best. The second step in the 5S is to set in order. Make sure that everything is easily attainable. This gives students a clear understanding of where to find materials. In order to arrange for ease of use, put similar items together, organize in clear bins, and clearly label. Ensure not to stack, rather than put things in bins. That way you're not frustrated over finding things under miscellaneous papers or unlabeled folders. The third step of the 5S is to shine. While this may seem simple, a clean classroom is a healthy learning environment. Make sure that everyone has a delegated assignment in cleaning, and determine what is to be used in cleaning. Also, determine the methods to be used. Implementing cleanliness is very important in the 5S. Standardize. After consolidating the 3 first steps, ensure that you have consolidated how everything will be done. Each and every student should have a responsibility inside of the classroom every day, outside of the normal learning environment. It establishes ownership and it teaches responsibility. 4, sustain. This step is to simply do what it says. Sustain what you have developed. This step requires discipline and in turn teaches discipline to your students. And it maintains a consistency of standards and quality. In conclusion, bring focus from any external factors and put it back into the classroom. You want your students to feel respected and have a sense of belonging. Set expectations to have a fluid running classroom. A good physical and a good psychosocial environment equals a superior classroom experience. I leave you with this quote: the mediocre teacher tells, the good teacher explains, the superior teacher demonstrates, and the great teacher inspires. Inspire your students to be the next learners of our generation. Thank you.